The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 16. You get the Nasdaq up 22. S&Ps are up 2. Gold contract down $9.20. We have the silver contract off 6 cents. Platinum is down $18.89 at $9.19. The 10-year note down 4 ticks, 124.12. 30-year bond off 26 ticks, 149.06. And good old King Dollar. King Dollar up 550 ticks, trading at 101.675. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see that banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the exchange, and follow along. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can follow along how we trade these defined option contracts. Now, let's get right over to the gold market, and Tommy is going to be joining me here right at the first break. So if we go take a look at the gold contract, we get a Friday. And Fridays, folks, in the metals market is wild. Particularly, we've had a down week out here. The dollar went topside once again. What you have out here right now, as we were talking about this update. So this is what we have. This morning, you hit 1162 at 8 o'clock, 750. We are coming in, and we're coming in for that test right now. It's going to be intriguing to see whether it can actually get to 1162.90. That was the low that was generated out here. You came in with the 10-minute bar, and it stopped right before it, which is going to be pretty wild. So we stopped at 1163.10. If we switch gears just for a second, we go over to the dollar index. What you're going to be looking at in the dollar index is this. So the dollar index right now is trading up 540 ticks. You have 20,000 contracts. Now check this out. This is what's going to get pretty cool here. You are coming into where we broke down in the dollar. This was on the 5th. Okay, so this was on the Italian vote. What we had originally done is that we spiked higher. We spiked up to 101.800. Then we went down fast and furious to 99.87. Well, we had 80,000 contracts there. So what you see in here is that you're testing the highs of this area, and we're testing these highs with dramatically lighter volume. That's the first part. Second part is this. The second part, when we actually just had a slight retracement this morning at 820, you had volume on the way down. Okay, so you had the volume on the way down. We had slightly higher volume on the way back up at 950, and now the key is going to be how can it handle this higher price. In my take is that what you're going to see out here is that the test of gold, and this was, I did a couple of different things. I actually, if you come over to the gold, over to the platform, what you'll see is this, is that depending which spreads you're going to be looking at, I was looking at the spread, the daily spread, and the spread I was looking at, the 1150 is the low part of it, 1200 is the high part of it. And when we talk about defined option contracts, okay, so what ends up happening is this, is that, let me see, what I'm in at 1164.38. So 1164.38 gives you approximately 34. Yeah, I'm risking approximately $138, $138 to $140 for a potential profit of $365. Now, I don't expect, the reason I don't expect the 365 is this, is that what I'm gunning for here, if we go back to the gold contract, is this. The spike that we had intraday at 8:30 has some good volume behind it. Okay, so, you know, we're at a price point right now that it's dangerous, meaning, and that's why I like trading these defined option contracts. You definitely have a risk, but guess what? When you're trading in the futures market, you're talking about $100 a point. So in this context, you know, we'll see whether it can get off this bottom. My take is that it's going to get off the bottom, and we have till 1:30 to see can it handle the highs of today. Because when you go back and we look at the actual number that we're going into 221,000 contracts. Now, we're at 92,000 contracts. When you're at 92,000 contracts, I just don't see us doing a couple 100,000 contracts. So this to me is a test of that level. But guess what? We'll find out, and we're going to find out pretty quickly. If we go over to the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the strength in the Dow versus the weakness. You have Coca-Cola is the strength out here today. It's up 2.3%. Pfizer's up 2.3%. You got Merck up 1.2%, and Apple is up 1.1%. Taken away from it, J.P. Morgan Chase is down 0.9. Caterpillar's off 0.9. Goldman's down 0.8, and Home Depot's down 0.6. Small numbers. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? Inside the NDX 100, Biogen is the winner out here, up 5.5%. Avco Technologies up 4.5%. American Airlines is up 4.2%, and BioMarlin is up 3.8%. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 18, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up 2. We have the gold contract down $9.70 at 1162.60. Silver's down 11 cents, $16.97. Dollar index up 580 at 101.695. And I figured, Tom, I might as well get this test over of that dollar index quick. I'd rather sooner rather than later.
Up to the 660?
Yeah, I'm looking for the dollar. So let me get, there she is. The high of where it broke down from is 101.800.
800, okay.
And we've hit 101.705. Now, I'm long gold, so I'd rather get it over with right now. Literally right now. If we go over to that gold contract from the last 5 minutes, folks, what you're going to see is that it actually broke under the 8 o'clock level. The 8 o'clock level was 1162.90. We're at 1162.70, but we went to 1161.80. So it's going to be a typical Friday inside the metals market, no doubt.
A little bit of action for sure.
Big action, and it's the currencies that are no doubt not only moving currencies, but it's I still the correlation. I still really don't get the correlation yet, which is unusual. I mean, at least theory-wise. Do you know what I'm saying? When I say I don't get it, because it doesn't mean you're right, but theory-wise, I normally can get a theory like, okay, what does this mean?
Relationship, sure.
Yeah, what does it mean? Do you know what I mean? And so it's going to be interesting watching this go forward. If we go over and we take a look at the euro, so the euro right now is at 105. That 105 is a big number. See, if I bring this back, the low 104.58. So 1.4.
Yep. 104.58.
Yeah, 104.58. That's the low of March of 2015. And what does happen here, folks, is that if in fact, if that breaks, that would be intense, man. That would be, because if that broke, that would be the dollar saying, okay, I want to go to 113,
Sure.
And we'll see where it shakes out. I believe we got a question, 1156. I wonder if they're talking about gold. I see gold hold. Oh, I see it. We're 1163. Okay, so let's pull up gold contract for a second. So we're on the 2017 contracts. Yeah. You're going. It's this. I see it was 1158, the low of the 5th. Today's going to be a big day. That's because the bears have a chance to break it down in a big way.
Sure. Yeah, it's down almost $10,
right.
$8 now.
Right. And if it doesn't get broken down, guess what? It's going to go higher. What does get intriguing is that when they were talking in the den, this India deal. So in India, what happened, folks, is that the prime minister recalled all the, I forgot how many rupees is, but it would be, for us, it's only $10 to $15. $10 bills and $15 bills. But check this out. That is 80% of the amount of cash they had in circulation, of all total cash,
sure.
Okay? So India also, folks, so when I'm looking at this, I'm saying to myself, this is going to be pretty wild watching this shake out. The reason being is that you have a lot of people that are going to lose a lot of money because it's so much corruption
sure.
that they've had a lot of money, and what are they going to do with it?
Yes.
So the real estate market's already got hit beyond belief.
Okay.
Because the big deals, even in Bombay, or they call it Mumbai now, yeah, okay, is done with cash, okay? So those prices have been coming down. Now, the real question here is, they're one of the largest owners of gold, and they have been for centuries, folks, because of the fact that their governments have always took money from them. That's kind of how this thing, you can go back 500 years, 800 years. So when I'm looking at that and then I'm looking at a fundamental case for gold, I'm saying to myself, this is going to be interesting, man, because between that and, we'll talk about China in a second, because the Chinese government is trying to get the least amount of yuan coming out of the country. Sure. I'm saying to myself, well, both of those cases make a fundamental case that buy gold. Sure. Smaller piece of gold, if, in both those cases, people are trying to get it out, folks, in general. So,
yes, definitely.
And if we go over to let's go over to that, because I know yesterday, folks, they took the Wynn Las Vegas Sands, they took them to the cleaners on the aspect of a report that came out in one of the China papers. Now, it looks like this morning. Let's read this through. Want to read that through so we can... Okay.
Yeah, so the government casino stocks rebounded after the government of Macau, the world's largest gambling market, placed restrictions on ATM withdrawals that were not as harsh as investors had anticipated. So I said to you, I saw a headline saying that they basically rebutted it. They didn't rebut it completely, but it's not what the paper had reported. And so cardholders will only be able to withdraw $626 effectively, or
at a time.
Yeah, $644 at a time effectively, according to a government statement, actually, not just news. This is what's coming out. However, the daily limit on the withdrawals remains the same.
So that's the same. They just make them go back to the ATM again.
Yeah, at $1,450, which is, that's a pretty considerable ATM limit, even in terms of U.S. gambling, limit. After that, after that, you should stop gambling.
Well, what's going on here? This has to do with taking cash out of China.
Sure.
So they're over there, just keep hitting the ATMs.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get the cash out. So. Yeah. So it was ironic.
Even if you have to gamble with it to cover yourself or something, you just play a game with like a 1% loss or something like that, and there's your fee.
Right.
It's a pretty nominal fee.
No, it absolutely is. So the ironic part, I'm sure that if you're an owner of Wynn or you're owner of Las Vegas Sands, you're saying, that's a bummer that happened, because, Wynn only grabbed back $3 out of it went down $10 yesterday.
Yeah, and it was higher, it was higher when it opened even, too. It was high. Look how high it was.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yesterday the stock went from...
at 96.41, but go ahead.
Yeah, it went from 102 to 90, right? So down $12, closed down $12. It opens up today, as you say, 96.49. So it opened up $5.80, and these
investors are still a little worried, though.
Oh,
I would be worried.
Well,
they're in a cash business, man, and that's the problem, right? In terms of they're in a cash business, and China's saying, let's make sure we don't have too much cash flowing through these casinos.
Right.
And that's kind of a bad deal if you own a casino. It's the last thing you want. The government's saying, let's make sure too much cash doesn't flow through your business.
Right. And flow out the door.
Yeah, because that's what it means. But unfortunately, that's how they make their money. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They need huge sums of cash flying around their casino, and the government knows that's a problem.
So let's see. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are up 32. Nasdaq's up 27. S&Ps are up 4. Gold's down $9. Silver's off 10 cents. We're going to be right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 36, Nasdaq's up 24, S&Ps are up 4. You know what was wild is that yesterday we were talking about how the market started off slow, and then you had said, yeah, maybe we'll just keep climbing all day again. That's exactly what it did.
Yeah.
And that was the second day in a row, folks, okay, that what you had out here is that as the market climbed, you did not have the greed coming in the market, and specifically what I mean by that is that this trend reading, you know, Wednesday was a 0.89, Thursday was a 0.91, we're at a 1.09 now. A 1 is a neutral number, meaning that there's buying and selling going on. When you're at highs like this, and everyone's saying, I gotta get in, that number drops to like 5, 6, 6, 0, and we don't have it. And then what you'd also get is this, is that on the tick reading, you'd simultaneously get a plus tick of like plus 13 or 1,400.
Sure.
Because for some reason, we all do the same thing at the same time.
Sure.
And until you see that, guess what? We don't have a high, which is just a mind blow. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you know, how much more is this going to go? If we take a look at the NDX 100, this is the only major indice that just is still having a hard time. And that's a disconnect in my own head, for sure. You know, it's like, okay, so all these other equities are at all-time highs except the ones that have been printing cash beyond belief and have very low overheads, meaning the tech stocks. Because compared to industrial companies, the tech stocks,
sure,
you know, industrial companies don't have margins of 60%.
Yeah, no, right.
You know,
right.
Pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
If we go take a look at some of the high-volume stocks, Apple, oh, this is interesting. Apple's up $1.82. Micron's down 37. You got Facebook up 50. Broadcom is up 736. They come out with numbers, big numbers last night. That's AVGO. Broadcom is the name of the company. Amgen is up 239. Let's look at Biogen, because Biogen inside the NDX 100 Yeah, it's up $15. So let's see what that has to say. Oh, I see. Okay, Biogen gains on bets Alzheimer's drug more potent than Lilly's.
Beating gains in biotech, too.
Yeah. It's always, because, yeah, see, Lilly's failed. That's the bottom line. But
Yeah.
pretty intense. Let's go take a look at some of the commodities out here. You have natural gas up 1.8%. That's 370. That's the cold coming across the country, right?
It's chilly out here today, actually.
Yeah.
Chilly in Florida terms, as always.
60, right?
But
It's at
52.
Is it 52? Okay. You get natural gas. Let's go look at the natural gas markets first. So
52 is cold for 10 o'clock in the morning.
it is. It is.
In
Look at me.
In
Look
Florida. Look at you.
Okay, so this is going to be wild. Natural gas overtook the 367 area, and it's going to need a lot more volume than that. But bottom line, it overtook it. I guess that's going to be pretty wild. One of the Tigers are in there saying that the WASD report comes in at noon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's all the commodity. What is it?
That's all the softs, right?
Okay.
That's Mr. Beeks.
It is.
That's Mr. Beeks coming in saying, you know, how many soybeans we have coming on, corn we have coming on, wheat we have coming on, and that will definitely move markets. There's no two ways about that. Back over to the gold thing. This gold better not die in the vine on me. Well, actually, it's okay if it dies in the vine here, because I think I'm in at 1164 or something.
Pretty close, I said.
Yeah.
Close enough.
1164.38, and we're 1163.40.
Yeah.
But you know what happened yesterday, folks? Okay, which is, I was long gold yesterday too, and look what happened here. You know, once the report come out. Now this is really unusual, folks. You know, you had the report come out, gold spiked down, right, at 840, and I bought it in here somewhere. Okay, but then all day long there was no volatility.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah.
I had to actually keep bringing my
making sure it was working.
Yeah. You know, and if you trade any of the metals, folks, you know you're probably right there doing the same thing.
It's probably, you know, the euro and dollar sorted themselves out through that entire press conference, and
then that was it. And then it died in the vine. And it's like, okay, so no one knows what they want here.
Yeah.
There's not enough bulls, not enough bears. You know, it's like, okay. But that's how it shook out, man. You know, no doubt. If we go overseas, let's go take a look at overseas. So you get the DAX up 0.2. The CAT's up 0.6. You know, the DAX had a nice run in Germany, I hear. That thing did go topside and had some juice. So that's still doing an ABC up. Doesn't have a lot more to run, but it's
quite a move in the last 6 days.
Huge move, no doubt about that. And you know, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. And you got to remember, on Sunday night, as particularly because the currencies are the big movements now.
Last Sunday was awesome, and that the Italy referendum coming into play.
Right.
So the currencies were open at, I believe, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is what time the FX market opens on there.
Right, and we have. So what you're going to have now, I mean, I think we all expect that the Fed's going to raise rates a quarter point, and that's coming in. That's going to be next week, then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the 14th.
It's probably Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Let's pull it up, but. Yep, 14th Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's probably a Tuesday, Wednesday type deal, right? And then they have an announcement on Wednesday.
So you can actually go into a weekly. You know.
Yeah.
So there's going to be action there. There's no doubt.
It's really interesting, just because it's so priced in. How's it going to react when they probably raise, right?
Right.
Then we'll find out if it's priced in.
Yeah,
it probably is, but
we will.
and it's priced into a certain degree, from certainty to slightly less than certain, probably, but that's about it.
And then, what is the statement going to be?
Sure, that's important, right?
The statement probably is going to be the big thing,
For sure.
And is it priced in? What had happened last year, folks, is that the Fed had said that they were going to go up, 2 2 to 3 times in the course of the year, and we only went up once. Same thing happened this year. 2 to 3 times went up. I mean, both times if they go up. If they go up in December.
Right.
Now the kicker here is that, which would send the dollar to the freaking moon, is that if they say, hey, we're going to go up 3 times this year, and we're really going to do it.
Yeah.
You know. It's
Yeah.
like, so.
See what happens.
I know, man.
Market's been performing well for them, so.
It has. It has. And the thing that.
And even the job numbers and stuff like that, you know, in terms of.
Oh.
Yeah. So there should be no headway.
That's right. Exactly. There's supposed to be no headway.
Yeah.
We'll see what they're thinking.
Yep.
Yeah, it says one of the targets says, and this time we mean it.
That's right. Mean business.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. And here goes this market again, man. It's a crawl, but guess what? Every 10 minutes, it's up another 10 points.
100 points, 200 points a day.
Exactly. Dow's up 48, Nasdaq's up 29, S&Ps are up 6. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 37, Nasdaq's up 31, S&Ps are up 5. We have gold down 770. Let's go over to CCJ. Now, check this out, folks. Okay, this is where technically, when you look at something, the setup's there, and then all of a sudden, fundamentally, a whole different ball game happens. Now, we happen to own this inside the Gold Report, right? So, stock looks real good, and then we wake up this morning. I cracked up when I woke up this morning, and what's going on is that there's in the transition team, there's a letter out there this morning specifically stating that they're looking to shake up the energy market and get more nuclear power.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, isn't it? I mean, it's just kind of wild. It's like, okay, and CCJ is the largest producer in the world of uranium. They got the largest mine.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure. I mean, there was a memo, right? There was an internal memo of the transition team, I think, or something like that.
And I haven't read it yet. I just saw it. But now watch what happens though. I said to Tommy, I says, and
I think it was about also just making sure that the ones that we have on get updated or something. Not necessarily maybe it was just building new ones, but we have a very old nuclear power. The plants that even exist are very old and need updating. So even that would be probably good for a company like this. Just to make sure the ones we have get reformatted, get dealt with, whatever has to happen.
And it's going to be interesting too, because this looks to me that, we probably can get 1178 out of it right there. But that being said, when I say to Tommy at the break, I says, it's possible I'm going to do an update in the gold report when we get off, because this is where sometimes selling the news is where it's at too.
Sure.
It's like, okay,
Can't go wrong on big moves like that on one day on news. And realistically, it's pretty speculative.
Oh, big time.
Things take a long time to happen.
Big time.
Even if that is going to be the process, right?
Right. No doubt.
Even with,
Yeah, there's
government speed, even at light speed, is going to be a pretty slow speed.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of getting that type of action in one day on a stock.
Right. Let's go over to that dollar DXZ6, because we're getting a little movement on gold right now. It's only $2 from where it was at, but what does happen, this is what happens on a Friday. So the dollar hasn't moved. The dollar's still high. The contract, we're down 8. No, we're still down. It's trying to get up. The gold contract to me would have to really get back inside, like the best thing would be way up here, which is 1166.60. You get back inside there, then you get the shot.
You get $2.30.
I know, which is nothing, right?
Nope.
Which is really nothing.
No.
And what when I was getting in this, folks, and this is what you want, you have to have a price target. So my target was at 8:30. This spiked at 1172. It's like, okay, well, I can do it again.
Sure.
We gotta, can't bust them down. It's gonna bust them up. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, check it out, because you get defined risk.
Yeah. Well, with rates coming Wednesday, that'll be fun to have.
Totally.
Not to mention just with Euro still trying to figure out what's going on with the ECB, kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're trading the currencies in it, I really like trading the currencies. I haven't traded them a lot, but what does happen is that the currencies, the risk, a lot of times you can get much closer to the box, and the risk seems a lot lighter because the leverage is that much bigger in the currencies. And in particular, what has also happened, I guess, this week, they moved dramatically. Exactly.
We just had a huge move in both, obviously, because they both affect each other.
And you know what you had there, too, folks? I wasn't long or short those currencies the day of the big move, but that's a situation that no matter what side you were on, if you took your money, you're in. Big time.
Sure.
I mean...
what did we do? I mean, there was... Well, you would have been pretty quick, right? Is that what you're talking about? Because it was the initial spike?
Let's look.
Sure.
So I guess... Yeah, you would.
I mean, you were much better off on one side of the market versus the other.
Yeah, you were.
It's just I don't know.
Because, the Euro spiked to, at 740, it was at 108.
That was a quick spike, though.
Yeah, and at 750 or at 107, so yeah. And now I guess that's a situation that you better make sure that if you have sell orders in on the other side.
Just in another way, just leave that up there for a second.
Okay.
At least if you have the defined risk and you're short, right? You can withstand this, which is the crucial part.
Right.
Too.
Right.
Because,
it's huge.
If you're short and they come out and they say they're going to 60 from 80 and the market spikes and you cut your losses and then, 5 minutes later they said, but guess what? This isn't tapering at all. and then it falls apart, and you're out of the position with a loss instead of like a huge gain.
That's why I like. That's why I like trading the gold contract in this. Because watch what happens with gold. Like right now, I only get 5 contracts, so it's $50 a point. Okay, but if I was trading the contract itself, it'd be $100 a point.
Sure.
Well, today it hasn't been much movement from where I bought it, but we know this can get down $10 like in a freaking heartbeat.
Definitely.
Like,
yes,
bang.
definitely.
Okay, there's $1,000.
Right.
I'm not going to lose $1,000 here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure, definitely.
Even if I had 10 of them.
Yes.
So, and then you have the shot as the defined risk is that if it turns around, where in the futures contract I'd be out. Right. I have to be out.
Right.
I mean, because what if it went down $20? You know what I mean?
Exactly. $30.
Yeah. It's so there's a lot to be said about that defined risk. Look at this Dow. Dow's up 49 now. Every break, folks, we're getting another 10 points. Oh my God, I'm telling you. Let's go to the XAU, the HUI, see what these. Okay, so see, this is interesting, man.
Doing all right.
It is. The equities themselves are still saying they want higher price. XAU is flat, down 58 cents. The Gold Bugs Index. The Gold Bugs Index, we definitely need some juice in it. That's down 427, but that's a larger number anyway. That's still, not a big number. But the Gold Bugs Index, I want to see that thing get to inside 195.61. Silver. See, I like how silver's trading. What silver did on Wednesday, folks. Yeah, that's a good setup. On Wednesday, you got up to $17.30. Now, what that did is that put it back inside the higher range, which is $17.24. Then, yesterday, we come back with 46,000 contracts versus the 65, and we'll see what we do today. So that's, when you take a look at a market like that, that would be, to me, that's building cause for higher price. And I guess we're all waiting for the Fed next week. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Coming out of zero interest rate environment.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so hey, let's look at this for a second. So right now, we're 2.4 on the 10-year. And if we do go take a look at the notes and the bonds, there's not a lot of sellers down here. We have 810,000 contracts. Watch this. This is going against, I believe, 1.7 million or 1.8 million. Yeah, 1.89 million contracts. So you need more sellers for lower price. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. And, of course, then coming up, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, swim lessons, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll be back this afternoon. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, swim lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 45, Nasdaq up 26, S&P's up 4.5. Let's go take a look at those Qs and see if the Qs can get any juice going. So the reason I'm looking at the Qs too, by the way, folks, is that this is the only major index that hasn't got to a high. The swing high from the 29th is 119.51. We've made 119.54 today. The actual high is 119.66. So let's go. Let's do it. If we're going to do it, we're close.
Right there.
We're right there, man. We're right there.
12 cents.
That's pretty intense, man. You know, if we go look at that IWM, this has been a rocket ship. Yeah, and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah, that's quite a chart.
That's you know, November 4th, it was at 115. It's 138. And here, watch this. If you take a look at the actual Russell, which this is the IWM is the ETF for it. Look at the Russell. So the Russell, folks, okay, went from 1156 to 1391.
And you know what's interesting is that I wonder where the futures were, because they probably spiked much lower overnight before they pulled back, and they aren't reflected on that chart actually.
No,
how
they're
low
not.
They were.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
None of the charts show it. But,
no,
you know,
they don't.
Intraday,
They don't. Let me see if I can pull it up quickly before we're. So RTAZ6. RTAZ6.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. That's an even cooler chart.
That's
you know?
sick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so on the 9th, they spiked down to 1123 and then hit 1233, 110 points.
10%.
That's
10%
until it changed. That's $100 a point.
10%.
Yeah.
I mean, 10% in an index in a day.
That's $10,000 move.
Yeah. You don't get 10% index moves in a day, man.
That is
amazing.
That's about as intense as you get. You know, you stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And folks, if we go over, you know, wherever you're listening right now, remember you can get us right on the cell phone at TFNN.com. You just hit Tiger TV, and right on the top, you know, of the carousel, what you're going to see, Basil has a great course. He did the first part of it. Tuesday night, right?
I heard him talking to you last night as well.
And, you know, you can still join up. You can get on all weekend long, listen to what happened on Tuesday night.
Yeah, his second class isn't until December 20th, which is a week from Tuesday out. You can sign up. You gain access to his daily trading newsletter, opening call. You get instant access right when you sign up to the archive of the workshop he just did Tuesday night.
Right.
I stayed here. I watched the whole thing. It was awesome. Lots of people asking great questions. He was saying last night he's getting emails already, bouncing charts off him, trying to identify the different points he was going over.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I was loading my shotgun to kill that stork. He's got that stork is going up, folks. That stork that he has. I'm only kidding, folks. But what the stork is, he has the stork. And every time, this has been going on for years, every time the stork comes up, it's like, oh no, I think the market's going down, and the freaking stork comes along, starts flying, and flies up in the air.
Where are you this morning, man?
Hey, it's Friday.
It is.
He knows that I want to shoot that stork. There's no doubt about it, man.
So people can check it out, the front page of
They should check it out, because the bottom line, he's right on the context that's what he was teaching. And he started teaching that when I was interviewing, he was saying that stork. Yeah, the serious, the stork leg. Yeah, the stork leg has good bulletproof vest on or something, man. Like this market, I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Oh my God! You stay right there, folks. Basil's coming up, and of course, swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, and we'll be back this afternoon. Dow is up 48, Nasdaq's up 22, S&P's up 4.5. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.